Depth of the Quiet. Chapter 12. Public Humiliation and the Arena of Online Narratives. There is a moment in estrangement that feels like a second betrayal. A moment when your child's new narrative leaves the private world of your broken relationship and enters the public sphere. Suddenly, the story that replaced you is not just whispered behind closed doors. It is posted, shared, liked, commented on, validated by strangers, praised by people who never met you, applauded by communities who know nothing about your life. Your pain becomes public property. Your character becomes open terrain. Your parenting becomes a cautionary tale for an audience that doesn't know your name but feels entitled to your reputation. This chapter is about the humiliation no parent imagines experiencing, being rewritten in front of an audience. The digital stage where personal stories become public identity. For many estranged children, the internet becomes the place where the new narrative is affirmed, attention is earned, sympathy is gained, belonging is forged. The partner's perspective is validated. Step-parents are elevated. The villain story becomes performance. The distance is justified. The parent is recast publicly. Your child may post vague quotes about toxic parents, childhood stories framed as trauma, healing journey, updates that imply your wrongdoing, memes about cutting off family, therapy jargon that alludes to you, gratitude posts to the replacement figure, cryptic messages that paint you negatively, stories of surviving their childhood, emotional essays that leave no room for your truth. They may not name you outright, but the insinuation is clear. Everyone reading believes they know the villain. Everyone reading believes they know the victim. And you are forced to watch in silence as strangers applaud your erasure, the unique pain of being unable to defend yourself. One of the most torturous parts of public humiliation is the inability to respond. If you defend yourself, you prove their narrative. You're invalidating me. You're manipulating me. This is why I cut you off. You're proving you're toxic. If you remain silent, the narrative stands uncontested, and the audience assumes it must be true. You are trapped. Not because you lack a voice, but because using it will be twisted against you. Your truth becomes a weapon, used to confirm a lie. This is the emotional no-win situation. Estranged parents face online when strangers become the jury of your life. The internet creates a bizarre experience. People who never saw you parent feel qualified to judge you. People who don't know your child's history feel entitled to diagnose you. People who never loved your child act as experts on the relationship. People who know nothing about your sacrifices praise the person who replaced you. Your child may receive hundreds of supportive comments. You're so strong. I'm glad you set boundaries. Your parent doesn't deserve you. Good for you for walking away. Protect your peace. Cutting toxic people is self-care. You're healing. You're the cycle breaker. These comments reinforce the new narrative. They embolden your child. They numb any doubt they might have had. They reward the posting of pain. They silence nuance. They eliminate the possibility of reconciliation. You are being judged by people who have never met you and never will. And yet their voices shape your child's convictions. The ex or step-parent who joins the chorus. In many estrangements, a step-parent or ex-partner becomes an active part of the public narrative. They may comment, share, like posts, add their own versions of events, hint at their own grievances, subtly validate the child's story, reinforce the villain narrative, present themselves as the savior. Their engagement may feel like a second wave of betrayal, a resurfacing of old conflicts, a hijacking of your child's voice, a continuation of a war you didn't choose. Your private history is now shared through someone else's unresolved pain when the public narrative replaces the private relationship. Once your child makes their feelings public, something shifts inside them. Their story becomes anchored, reinforced, defended, admired, rewarded, cemented. It becomes harder for them to question their memory, soften their stance, admit they exaggerated, reconsider the estrangement, acknowledge your perspective, feel empathy. Return to the relationship. The more public the narrative becomes, the harder it is for the child to walk it back. They fear embarrassment, judgment, losing community, contradicting themselves, disappointing their partner, admitting they misinterpreted the past. Public humiliation solidifies estrangement in a way private conflict never could. The psychological toll on the parent. Being publicly mischaracterized creates a unique form of emotional trauma. Parents describe humiliation, panic, shame, helplessness, exposure, rage, grief, bewilderment, fear of social judgment, dread of being misunderstood, a feeling of being attacked without recourse, an ache that lives in the body long after the post disappears. You feel as if your reputation and your identity have been stripped away online, and there is no safe place to put that pain. Your silence is not weakness, it is strength. You may feel powerless, you may feel voiceless, you may feel erased, but your silence is not a sign of guilt. It is a sign of dignity. You stayed quiet because you cared about your child's privacy, even when they didn't care about yours. You stayed quiet because you understood the damage that public family conflict can cause. You stayed quiet because you chose wisdom over impulse. You stayed quiet because you know that truth does not need an audience. Your restraint is not weakness, it is integrity, and it is proof. You never deserve the narrative being thrown at you. Why this chapter matters. This chapter acknowledges something few people understand. Being publicly misrepresented by your own child is one of the most humiliating and isolating experiences a parent can endure. It is not imagined. It is not overreacting. It is not mere hurt feelings. It is trauma. But it is also proof of something else. Your child is living inside a story that depends on your silence to survive, and you, even in your pain, have shown more character than the entire audience applauding that story. The next chapter explores how these public and private narratives spread through the family system, leading to division, alliances, and the terrible phenomenon of siblings being pulled into the story. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to Depth of the Quiet. You can listen quietly at 2 a.m. when your thoughts are overwhelming you, and you may come back anytime you need support. If you want to feel heard, you are welcome to leave a comment or tell me your story in the comments below. This could help other parents that are feeling like they are traveling this road all alone, like so many of us do, until we found channels like this one. We all need support on those hard days when the loss hits harder. Start a discussion or ask a question if you feel safe doing so. No pressure to interact. Just heal at your pace, and you are welcome to watch whenever you need to. You are always welcome here. Also, if you like this content, you may purchase the full book, Depth of the Quiet by Latina Sidoroff, available in paperback and Kindle version from Amazon.com. And for all the spouses supporting the estranged parent, there is a great book written by the husband of Latina Sidoroff on the spouse's perspective called Standing Beside the Broken, also available from Amazon. The author is Stas Sidoroff. Thank you for watching this video.